Hi everyone, Carrie Severson here with the Unapologetic Voice House, and I am here with one of the authors from Passed On from Mom, Inspiring Stories About Moms and Motherhood. Meet Nancy Brooker. Thanks for coming, Nancy.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
So Passed On from Mom was published right before Mother's Day, and it
Yeah.
is a collection of stories by about 16 different women and one man who wrote either about their mother or about their motherhood journey. And so, Nancy, can you share a little bit about what you wrote, the title, and what your story's about?
Yeah, sure. So my story is called Creando una casa, which is really just, making a home, creating a home. So my parents immigrated from Italy back in the late 1950s, and they come with no money in their pockets, and just with dreams of a building something in a new country, and it's just incredible to me everything that they were able to accomplish here. And my mom is just this beautiful, wonderful, incredible spirit who she just really has this great energy around her, and she really lifts up everybody that comes into contact with her. And I really wanted to write a little bit about my experience in growing up in an Italian home with an Italian mom, and just all the amazing little experiences that she created, not just for my brother and sister and I, but for the kids in the neighborhood, and for her grandkids too.
Mm-hmm.
So just so much fun. And the typical things that come to mind when you think of an Italian home might be the food, and of course the hands and the conversation, and and all that, um, but also just the love, and the just the willingness to just do anything, which of course all moms do, but there's just, I don't know, there's this sort of connection family thing that I really felt growing up. And it was so interesting writing the book, or writing the story, because I actually gave it to both my brother and my sister to edit. And it was so interesting how they had not different perspectives of my mom, but just they remember different things than I remember. It was a really fun way to bring up memories to share with our all of our kids, things that I had forgotten about, or like they were reading things that they had forgotten about, and which things affected us differently. Like the food was a big thing for me. That's something I've really carried into um, with my kids and my family, and that's really big for them. And so it's just really fun. They're hardworking. I always remember, even to, actually, my mom's 84. She was working in the garden this week. She actually went to the garden center, even though we told her she shouldn't be going out to the store. Getting her tomato plants, and getting everything ready to plant into the garden. And she's so excited, and all her little neighborhood friends are doing the same thing, because it's a very Italian neighborhood. And it's just so fun. We go over, the kids and I will go with our little bags, and we'll walk up and down the aisles of the grocery, known as grocery store, and we'll pick whatever fresh vegetables we want. And um, yeah, it was such a fun experience. And I write about a lot of the different things. I feel bad that my kids can't experience something like that, but at least they get a little bit of it, now. It was such a unique way to grow up.
Um, I do remember part of your story. You talk about her commitment to herself and like her body. She was always curious about her, always like riding a bike in heels and making sure that she was doing exercises and stretches. Like she was very ahead of her time in terms of making sure that she stayed healthy. Um,
Yes, and that's something that she just very much passed on to the rest of the family. And yeah, I mean, the kids always joke that she would take them. Sometimes they'd go over when they were younger, and she would take them for bike rides, and they'd be riding their bikes and whatever, and she'd be in her nice skirt with her her nylons and her little high heel shoes, and she'd be riding, but she'd always be in there, or she'd be throwing a football with them, and it didn't matter, whatever. So she always looked amazing, but she always took care of her body. And I also write in the story about I have a brother who's had some health issues, and it's been really important. The food has been really important to be very nutritious, and to really role model that whole healthy lifestyle. And she's just been incredible for that.
That's
So
cool. So your
yeah,
mom, she's 84, so she was born in the late 30s, right? And
yeah,
I can understand. So she immigrated to Canada in 1950, so she was 20. So
yeah.
her parents lived through World War II, right?
Yeah, so but my mom, she was born in 35, and by 1939 both her parents had passed away. So she actually was thankfully raised. Did go to an orphanage, her and her siblings, for a short while, but one of her aunts was able to arrange for them all to then be raised by family members, which was very fortunate. And yeah, but a tough time for them to live through. And I think that sort of thing, whether it's you that lives through it, or whether it's the generation before you that lives through it, it definitely affects you and how you
Mm-hmm.
what your approach is to life. And
Right. And that's sort of
yeah,
what the essence of what I felt when I would read your story is that came through this like tenacious, like vicious, vibrant passion for life and wanting to experience it all the time because you never knew. And so hearing
yeah.
that you went to a garden store during COVID when people in her age group should not be leaving her
I
home,
know,
like
I
I get
know.
it. Like that's who she is.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
understand.
yeah, because
I
she
get
had to do what she had to do.
it. Don't tell her no.
There's no stopping them. But I really have to appreciate that too, because you want to have that, at that age, you want to have that sort of zest for life, and that resilience, and just, yeah, whatever. I can't control what's going on around me, but I can put my mask on and put my gloves on and go to the store, and I can still, live my life as best I can. Just one more thing that they're having to go through, and always, yeah.
Did you give the book to your mom?
I did. It was so hard though, because um, with the social distancing, and my mom and my dad and my brother all are very high risk, and they're all at that house. So, I kind of had to like leave it on the curb, and run back, and so it was um I have to say that it felt so good to give it to her, and I haven't actually, I don't know if she's read it yet, so I have to ask her about that. But I did, and I even interviewed her when I was writing it, and that was an incredible experience too, because I learned so much more about her. And I would really encourage anybody to do the same, like, while you can, definitely, look into some of those old memories. And we then ended up sitting down with my aunt and uncle and my mom and dad, and videotaping them and taping
Oh,
stories, and
great.
it was so fun. And thinking about this time right now and what we're going through, you know, writing down your own thoughts, because this is a pretty major life event that we're all going through right now, and just writing that down for your own kids would be pretty amazing.
Yeah, you hit a good point because so many people, when it comes to publishing specifically, people are reading more now than ever, and they're reading for a variety of reasons: to cope, to learn, to escape, to what everything. And all of it is okay. And when it comes to these generational stories, those those are very important, whether you actually publish it or not.
Yeah,
And it's great that you sort of kickstarted that for you and your family with
yeah,
this beautiful story.
it's
So
been fun.
what is it you do, and where can people find you if they're wanting to learn more?
Oh, sure. So I am a life coach. My specialty is in relationships and working with women. So you can find me at www.nancybrooker.ca, or you can go to my Facebook page, which is called Walking with Fear. Or we have a really great, with one of the co-authors of the book, Pauline Erickson, and I have an amazing group called the Resilient Goddess Collective. And we would love to see you in there as well.
That's cool.
Lots of great things going on.
I love it. Yeah. And Passed On from Mom is available everywhere books are sold throughout the United States. And then I believe in Canada, it is on Amazon CA.
Yes.
I don't know if Target or Walmart ship to Canada. I'm fairly certain Walmart's in Canada, right?
Yes, Walmart is. Yeah, Target's not.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it is on Walmart, whatever
good.
Canadian version that is.
Yeah,
And then if you want to learn more about Nancy, please check out her Facebook group, her website, get a hold of her. Be sure to check out her story. One more time, the title of your story.
creando una casa.
Yep, I'm gonna let you do that. Okay.
All
Okay. Thanks,
right,
Nancy.
great. Thanks, Carrie.
Um,
We're good.
yeah, I have to.
I even had my book.